more on them later. Two teams coming out for the Indigenous round ceremony. The Titans jersey celebrates connection to country, community, culture and each other, while the Cronulla Indigenous jersey, renowned Bidjigal artist Jordan Adler designed the jersey. It's an inspiration is the strength and resilience of the Guyagal people who inhabited at the Cronulla area where the Sharks live and play. Absolutely spectacular, all of these jerseys in Indigenous round over the next fortnight. And with the teams in position, let's join the pre-match ceremony.
To say the acknowledgement of country, please welcome Auntie Deanna Shriver, Chairperson of the Cronulla Aboriginal Cooperation and renowned artist whose leadership and dedication has uplifted and educated our community for over 4 decades.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and little Burais. It is always an honour to be here for our Indigenous round. I am a Wannerua, Gadigal and Wiradjuri elder, and I would like to, with great respect, acknowledge the traditional owners, the Guyagal people, who for thousands of years cared for the land and the waterways that surround us. My respects to all of our elders that have passed and elders that are here today. I would also like to acknowledge our Torres Strait brothers and sisters who have joined us in culture. To our non-Indigenous brothers and sisters who have supported us and embraced our culture. We have many different cultures playing together on our sporting fields and making lifetime friendships. I like to share my culture with you and walk on country together in harmony. The Indigenous round brings us all together, and we all must respect our differences. Enjoy our Indigenous round. Good luck to all the players. Of course, go Sharkies. If you're travelling, please be safe.
Go the Sharkies is the cry, and they're in search of their second win of the campaign. They beat Canberra in round 4, lost in Magic round to the Wests Tigers. Mentioned a couple of players on debut in the starting lineups today. That includes this young lady, 19 years of age, Sienna Ibrahim, Queensland under-19s rep. And she was in demand, part of the Brisbane Lions Academy, played Aussie rules, rugby sevens and league growing up, and she settled on the NRLW.
You only get your first opportunity once. So it's a big afternoon for that young lady.
And there's Mila Ilaro also getting a debut on the wing. She's a rugby sevens convert, joined the Sharks as a pregnancy replacement player. And on that front, congratulations to Emma Verron this week, Alana.
Yeah, Emma Verron had a little girl, Andy Kate. She's a little cutie. Joined the girl gang. I'm sure she'll be watching this right now, no doubt about it.
And kick-off goes straight to the rookie, Ibrahim. What a baptism of fire. Bring it back, please, for your first touch in the NRLW. Beautiful afternoon for footy. And Lofipo shaped to pass, but took them on up the middle. Such a powerhouse, so strong. Stands in the tackle of Johnston, Green and Dodd. Oh, big shot over the top from Johnston. And Rimoni able to play through that. Here's Paxton, the fullback. So some tough carries on the opening set from the Gold Coast side on enemy territory. And Dodd just helping the kicker to the ground. That's normally A-OK. Was there any touch off Ilaro there? Oh, she'll be... Oh, that's patience. And no touch. It's coming all the way back to the 20-metre line.
Yeah, it's a great result for the Sharks. But it was Quincy Dodd who put the pressure on the kicker. And it's a great start by the Cronulla Sharks. Very physical. Made the Titans kick out of their own end. You just see the number 9 for the Sharks there. Plenty of pressure on Lauren Brown. She'll do all the kicking this afternoon.
And that's the way to do it. Don't push the kicker over. Make sure you take them down with a tackle technique, if you like.
Wasn't Miller Alaro composed on debut? Just happy to let the ball roll over.
Is that what you call it? Composed.
Well, she
Patient.
looks very calm, extremely calm. She's already had her first hit up as well, so good to see both starting debutantes have had a run under their belt just to get rid of the nerves.
Dodd. And Johnston Green a little bit wider. 3 tackles required to stop Caitlin. And now Hanaway on kicking duty. No Shante Kiriaratu today. That's a big loss. But the kicking game works out beautifully. Penatani Gray gets a room service bounce, and what a start for Cronulla, the captain, inside the opening 3 minutes.
Yeah, big physical presence. She's always got that, Tiana Penatani Gray, and your kick's only ever as good as your chase. Well, the captain and the leader of this Sharky side turned up exactly when she needed to. Harvey Norman replay. It was Georgia Hanaway that got that right foot kick away. And leading the charge there, Tiana Penatani Gray. Was she onside?
That's the query.
Yeah.
Both feet have to be behind the kick, don't they?
Well, if we go back to the shots that were in the dressing shed, it was Penatani Gray that was looking really serious, just laying down the law to her troops. She opens the scoring. It's been a great start by the Cronulla Sharks. No one's given them an opportunity or a chance this afternoon. And it looks like they're running into a little bit of a breeze. The kick from Lauren Brown, that went dead. They're going to just have a look at...
Yeah, on that first replay, worried about Penatani Gray
looking at offside kick chase.
being behind the kicker. I think she's in front.
Yeah, the advantage, yeah, you can just see on the left-hand side of the screen.
You can see at this point, Tiana Penatani is in front of the kicker. She's required to have 2 feet behind, which she does not.
Yeah, the other 2 chases were on, weren't they?
Yeah, it's a game of inches. You've got to be disciplined about being onside, but just kicking into the breeze.
We have a decision.
Yeah, it just comes back a little bit. They're the hard ones to take for a fullback.
Let's get a feel for those conditions. Marley Silva is on the sideline for us this afternoon. G'day, Marley.
G'day, Speedy. I tell you what, the ancestors of the Darrell people, whose country I'm on right now, have put on a show for this game of rugby league in our Indigenous round. It is sitting at 17 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. Feels a little bit more like 12 in the shade. But Billy, you were asking about that wind there and whether it's playing too much of an impact. There's a 19-kilometre wind that's blowing from the east. So across the field, not too much advantage to either side here. I do also have to say, I think our cameras are maybe deceiving those at home. There's a really good crowd here. They're all in the stand behind me, so you can't see them. They were very excited with what they thought was a try there from Tiana Penatani Gray, but they're going to be pumped up for this match.
Well, you can just see that response from the Cronulla Sharks. Again, their intensity in defence, whilst they couldn't claim the 4 points, they're up for this match. They've just forced an error out of the Titans.
Yeah, that pass wasn't on from Loffiport. Give her front rower, Maker Clark, much of a chance. So Cronulla, great field position here with Johnston Green to power forward and get the penalty to boot.
Well, that's the second error in the matter of minutes for the Titans. No team in the NRLW have made more handling errors than the Gold Coast Titans. And so the Sharks get their opportunities early.
God, scheming. Drops it off for Anne-Marie Kiriaratu. The younger sister does play today in the number 13 jumper. To that shorter side, Ashby dropping it off. And Palata back on an angle. Inside the Westpac red zone, Hanaway. Oh, look at the pass. Penatani Gray tried to burst through the hole. Alaro was left unmarked. And the captain couldn't quite get it out to the winger. Back to the other side. Johnston Green was trying to strain for an offload, but Georgia Hale, one of the best tacklers in the comp, denied her that opportunity. On the last, Ashby gets a kick away, trapping and scrapping successfully the Titans and Loffiport.
Well, this was always going to be the issue, Maddie Ashby not being a genuine halfback, but she got the ball too late. which gave the defence a chance to get up in her face, and then just that little grubber kick was also executed a little bit too late. So they've got to get their timing right, particularly on the 5th.
Interesting one, if they went to the video there. Almost offside when Lofipaw picked it up. Appeared to be trapped by Misako. Tough to see in real time. The opening 5 minutes belonged to Cronulla, but no score to show for it as Loz Brown pumps it long. Milaro confident under her first real high ball. And the held call. As the player starts going backwards, you're going to hear that. Penatani Gray, 2-time Sharks Player of the Year. And Alex in try-scoring form off the right wing, 4 in their past 4. Gives the team a roll on here. Loz Brown just square at marker. Johnston. And they've done well to wrap up the footy there. Levi involved in the tackle. Kiriaratu learnt that from her sister. Decent kick for a lock forward, isn't it, from Anne-Marie Kiriaratu?
Well, that gives us a glimpse on some of their kicking options. The sister, as Speedy said, of Shante Kiriaratu, who usually handles most of their 5th tackle options, not playing today.
Hip high. One of the great movers in the competition, the 19-year-old. Lofipaw. Close contact meters and the late offload, that's handy. Laker Clark dancing around Kiriaratu and Johnston Green. Great link up here. And Georgia Hale with 2 plays left is inside the attacking 30. Loz Brown finds grass and it bounces into touch. Jayla Taylor happy to see that.
That was a better set, just that late offload, and then we saw Laker Clark with a bit of foot speed and change of direction in the middle. That's what they need to play off the back of.
Yeah, Hale and Brown, they were right there when that offload occurred. I dare say Levi wouldn't have been too far away. I love attacking the Gold Coast Titans when there's an opportunity and the guns loom.
Sharks, so many injury concerns for them. And here's a bonus, little piggyback penalty. Yeah, Shante Kiriaratu missing today. Should be back from an ankle concern next week. But Nevada George, knee injury picked up last week, rules her out for the season. Rhiannon Byers out with a back concern for another 3 weeks or so. Steph Faulkner with an ankle, Anessa Biddle a knee, Tyler King and Tale Holmes due to pregnancy, of course. Emma Veron as well. And plenty of talent sidelined at the moment for the Sharks, and likewise the Titans. Minor Sinapati is off to the Broncos. He's out with a knee for another couple of weeks. Georgia Gray, Jess Elliston for the season with her knee, and Serena Masanga misses out today. Takapaltalo. Johnston looking to play. Hanaway. About the way Levi just flew into the tackle there, one-on-one. Penatani Gray, full of running. And she was worried about not held there, Bostock. That's why, oh, look out, you'll go to the bin. How does Casey Badger see this?
Yeah, well, that's a professional foul.
Indy Bostock.
Yeah, and this happens really quick. It's a reaction from Indy Bostock.
Back another 10.
A quick tap. And all of a sudden, the Titans are down to 12.
The first penalty, though, she thinks she hasn't heard a held call, and she saw her teammate drop off, so she goes in to make the tackle, make sure it's finished off. The referee says no, it actually was held, so it's a penalty, and then she's still working it all out and gets involved and drops down in the bin.
Well, on the other side of that, Tiana Penatati-Gray, that was a really experienced reaction. And we see the Sharkies with a lot of momentum right now.
Ashby. Oh! And what's the call? There was a Shark seemingly tackled off the ball. It's going to be Titans ball.
Palada. I think China Palada that got tackled off the ball.
That was a big collision.
Yeah, Maddie Ashby wasn't happy with it. Here we go.
Oh, it was accidental.
It's the collision between the two players. And that was Ibrahim on debut, trying to get a body on Palada if she did receive it. And can they keep it tight? 12 on 13 here, the Titans. Opportunity knocks for Cronulla on their home deck here. With a one-player advantage, but Hippai with a good run. Moffiport combining with Clark in that middle channel. And a little bobble into contact is what the referee has spotted here.
Tiana, where do you want it? All up, clock's on.
Another handling error.
Yeah, they've just got all the momentum at the moment, don't they, the Cronulla Sharks? Really dictating the terms, and some strong defensive efforts that are forcing these errors and creating pressure on the other side of the ball. Probably haven't seen this Titans team in this position as the season's progressed.
Well, Indy Bostock, she's the right winger for the Gold Coast Titans, so that would indicate the Sharks have got to attack to their left-hand side of the field. Get the middle or that right zone and then attack this left-hand side of the field. That's where the space will be.
Oh, what a tackle, one-on-one.
Tegan.
Levi on a front rower. Oh, and puts a whack on Dodd. And the referee didn't like that, I don't think.
Unnecessary, not quick on foul play. Unnecessary push.
Well, Tegan Levi, she was the one that flew out of the line in the last set.
Yep.
Look at this. And Johnston, that's a big tackle.
And the penalty was for the shove or hit on Dodd after she got the pass away on the follow-up. Tafua into the game. Quincy Dodd saying to Johnston Green, how about you run at Georgia Hale instead? And takes her inside the Westpac red zone. Hanaway hits Penatani Gray, tried to force it back inboard and appeared to be a knock on, but it's a forward pass they call. So another bullet dodged by the Titans.
Yeah, they went to that left edge, exactly where Billy said they needed to attack, plus their captain and dangerous ball runner, Tiana Penatani Gray, is set up there. But the Titans, they look very comfortable. A player down at the moment with Indy Bostock in the bin, and they just handled that so easily, up in the face, applying pressure.
Again, it's a pass that was going backwards, bounced off the back of the Titan, and they've deemed that forward pass. A little unlucky, the Sharks.
Really?
So busy, so involved, isn't she? Sienna Lofipour, the number 13 for the Titans. Queensland Origin rep. Lola Sior, right edge back rower. And Rimoni playing just their 5th game. The 19-year-old. For Clark, and for the smaller defender in that line, Quincy Dodd. He's got plenty of help.
Georgia in the middle.
So far, so good with Bostock in the bin. Titans getting through their set that time. Taylor looking for a quick play the ball. Hanaway goes to work off the back of it. Well, Lofipour just clarifying she was square at marker, able to make that tackle. Sharks have to get expansive here, don't they, Billy, with a player advantage?
Yeah, sometimes that's a mirage. You've got to make sure you're going through the middle of the field first, and you can take advantage of the one less number in defence.
Here's Dodd. Great decision to kick. And they let it bounce. Ibrahim wasn't sure. Batted back. Ashby all backwards here. Keeps it alive. Taylor accelerates. And caught high. That's a bonus penalty for the Sharks.
Yeah. Jada Taylor, she drew that penalty through her speed and acceleration into space. Just got clipped high. Penalty, they'll get a fresh set. And this is when you can use the football. Just watch Jada Taylor here, just accelerates into space and through that. Lofapo puts her high and draws the penalty. This is when they've got to go to the left now.
6 penalties for the home team already in 15 minutes. Disciplined poor from the Titans. Hanaway, room to move here. What a pass and what a debut. Oh, almost held up. Levi tried her best, but give the try to Miller Alaro in her first game in the big time.
What a moment for the debutante. But what an incredible ball it was from Georgia Hanaway. An absolute bullet. Just went straight across the face on that left edge. Harvey Norman replay. She saw the space. They always had that advantage somewhere on the field. Tegan Levi was desperate, did everything she could up against Alaro to win that one-on-one battle, the cover tackle, but a great fight from the debutante. What about that ball, Bill?
That was brilliant. No Shante Kiriaratu, that's right, but Georgia Hanaway, she steps up. What an effort it was from Tegan Levi. Nearly saved a try, but that's exactly where Indy Bostock would have been defending. That's where the space was, on that left-hand side for the Sharks. Ellerote, she picks up her first try in her debut game, finds the space. Oh, that's an incredible effort. Obviously a big highlight of Tegan Levi's game is her running game with the football, but she's really standing up defensively this afternoon.
So 2 Rugby Sevens converts head-to-head there. Alaro v Levi. Hanaway with the goal-kicking responsibility. There's no Shante Kiriaratu today. Tough one, first up from the sideline. Gives it a crack. What a strike! What a conversion of the Alaro try to make it 6-0 to the home team. Want to make it 3 straight wins against this opposition. Awkward kickoff, they get a result, the Titans. And that'll do, they'll start 10 metres out here.
Well, they've been targeting Alaro with those early kicks, Lauren Brown, but that time just used the sun to their advantage. It was a brilliant kick. Georgia Ravic's really struggling to see there's Lauren Brown. Good boot to ball and went straight to that corner.
She made good contact, didn't she? Hit the belly of the ball.
An amazing kicking game. Loz Brown comes from a soccer background. Started out with the Newcastle Jets in the W League a long time ago.
Can they hit straight back?
They go straight to Brown. And big hole here. What a tackle, Hanaway. Stop the edge back rower. Paula Seal, and now from close range, has she got some chalk there? Casey Badger wants the bunker to sort this out.
Okay, we're coming into
Must be so close for Riamoni.
Bell, we've got no try. Can you just confirm that the arm was under the ball and held up at the point that I deem the tackle complete? Or if she gets the ball to the ground first?
She's 4-0 in her NRLW career so far. Came into the team in round 2. And looks like it's all there when it hits the ground. Hasn't called tackle complete yet, I don't think, Casey Badger. So is that on the line?
Just looking to see if the ball is held up or grounded at any point.
I think it's fair to say it hits the ground there. It just depends.
Marry up the angles. Is there any chalk?
I think it's short.
went up as no try. That
the ball
could
is
be
initially
important.
held up with the arm under the ball, and then it's short of the line. We have a decision.
I'll stay on the front foot here.
Well, they're running really direct lines with a lot of intent, the Titans. Very dangerous, those couple of hits.
Really Colk on back up dummy half here. The service is on point for Hale. Quick shift. And the circle with a change of direction. Strong defence. Takapaltalo over the top. And really slowed things down. Now, short side. Chapman. Oh, holding defenders at bay. All hands on deck to stop Chapo. Back on familiar surrounds, of course. Grew up around this region. An Indigenous All-Star in the left centre position for the Gold Coast Titans today. On the last, Mofipo. Levi! Oh, beautiful! And Hippai will score, and with 12 players, they've got the answer here. Phoenix Rain Hippai in the corner.
Yeah, Phoenix Rain Hippai, she's a good player. A lot of work was done inside her, though. Tegan Levi, Harvey Norman replay. She gets the ball here, and everyone's thinking kick. And she just gets a nice little tip on. Another nice pass there. And Hippai, she knows how to finish. Nice little play on the last tackle for the Titans.
Well, you can see the threat of Tegan Levi as soon as she decides to run. You watch Tiana Penatani-Gray just bite in. The pace at which she takes this line on. Look at that, the defender, she bites in. That opens up the space and creates the overlap. But because she's so willing to not just run at that pace, but to dig right in and then just react.
I thought it was a nice pass by Lalesio as well. She didn't have much time there. Quick hands.
Yeah, second game in a row, we've seen the right edge back rower provide that kind of catch and pass. Saw it in the Bulldogs game earlier. What a spectacular kicking tee that is for Loz Brown here in Indigenous round. Phoenix Rain Hippai, 13 NRLW games, 12 tries. A lot of those on the wing. Playing at centre today, Indy Bostock will come on as the Titans trail 6-4. The Titans have made it through that sin bin period. And a 6-4 deficit. Kick off right down the middle for Paxton to retrieve. Oh, big shots. Tegan Dimmick into the game. With an early rattler that went on with the job far too long on Lofipaw.
Well, that's not going to help the Sharks. They found themselves in front and 15 minutes to go before half-time. They just can't give the Titans too many opportunities.
It's the skill of Lola Seal, who started out as an outside back, has transferred that skill set to the back row role. That try assist a moment ago. Up the middle, almost a flop by Kiriaratu, third player in there. Mofipaw. And that's a second effort by Johnston. Bit going on in the ruck at the moment for the referee to keep an eye on, as Colt powers away up the middle. Good dummy half run, and off the back of points, look where they are. Brown trying to organise her front rower. And they're inside the Westpac red zone on the final play. They ran it on the last, on the previous set. What have they got this time? Loz Brown on that right-hand side. Late decision to kick, well read by Penatani Gray.
Yeah, well handled. You could see that one coming and read it beautifully, the captain, Tiana Penatani Gray. They've got a tricky part of the field to work their way out of now, the Sharks.
Oh, determined running. Trying to Pilata. Quick play the ball for Hanaway. And complaints about a crusher kind of element. Let's play on. To Fua.
Hands off it. Tiggy, you need to go all the way.
On that left edge and the reshuffle that we were made aware of 24 hours ago. Injuries to Cassie Staples. Forcing that reshuffle. It was almost crusher, wasn't it, by Hale over the top. Now Chapman thought about getting to the outside. Ravix headed her off at the pass, importantly.
Marcus! Go Tony, Batty. Keep going past the line.
She gets clear galloping room. It's good night. Chapman complaining to the touch judge about what went on. Was there a hair pull or something? Loffy ball playing. Oh, Morlacio wasn't sure where the pass was coming from, but it's offside against Cronulla.
And she's got great skill, Sienna Lofipo. She's done that a couple of times. She's drifted across the field, had a couple of runners underneath. She didn't have a great grip on that football on that occasion. And she was the one who created the offload in the middle of the field earlier in the match. Some good things coming off the back of Sienna.
And the handling error doesn't cost them that time. There was a penalty in the lead-up. Chance for the Titans to claim their first lead of the afternoon here. Sako bumping off the initial contact. Real depth here. Brown, Levi. Here comes the fullback all the way to Hippai through Penatani Gray. Through Hanaway as well. And they needed Tafura as back up there defensively.
She's got deceptive strength, Hippai.
Terrible pass. Levi let it bounce intelligently. Now Hale with a set-up play. Still 2 plays left here. And offload comes after the held call. Oh, just found it, Colt. Now they have a crack on the left. Chapman. Oh, on debut. Another try. Sienna Ibrahim this time. So the 2 wingers on debut celebrate with meat pies in their first half.
Yeah, Lauren Brown won't get a try assist for this, but just watch the work of the halfback here, Lauren Brown. She does an amazing job of straightening the attack, which just preserves the space out wide. Watch the number 7 when she gets the ball. Right now, she just straightens the attack, goes right deep into the line, and then gives it to Paxton. She creates the overlap. And Jamie Chapman, she just hands it off to her winger. That's her second of the afternoon. But Lauren Brown, hats off to you. She straightens the attack, preserves that space out wide, and then they do the rest. But there's the space. That's all down to Lauren Brown.
2 starting debutants going over for 4 points. What a moment. Yeah, if Lauren Brown doesn't straighten up, there's no way they collect those points. The Gold Coast Titans, they've shown just how threatening they can be when they do earn the right to play a bit of footy in and around that Westpac red zone. They've done it both sides of the ruck now. But also Lily Kolk. She nearly lost the footy out of the base of that ruck, but just took the time to regather herself. And really well executed pass. Sometimes you can pass your problems on to the next player. That pass was crucial, and then Lauren Brown, that woman there, got to go do her thing and set up that left edge attack.
What a dream start. Sienna Ibrahim.
About the joy on her face.
Yeah.
Playing outside of Jamie Chapman, it's got to be a dream as well. Who set it up beautifully for that try that goes unconverted.
No goal.
Sienna Ibrahim, AFL wanted it. Brisbane Lions Academy product. She Went the rugby league route with the Gold Coast Titans, and it's paid off today with a try in her first game. Let's look at the live ladder. The Titans joining the Broncos and the Roosters on 10 competition points at the moment, but the Sharks sitting there on 2 points. Were in front for a long time early in this game.
Yeah, the Gold Coast are just starting to dominate field position here in the last 5-10 minutes. They've just dominated the field position, giving themselves some opportunity to show their class.
Oh, we've seen this a bit lately. Nearly failed to find touch. Moz Brown just getting it away from Jada Taylor. So the aggressive touch finder has them 25 out. Misako. Here's Hale. Moving it on. Levi and Lolasior. Westpac red zone.
Yeah, the Titans about to level up in that Westpac red zone. Just earn another penalty. They've got all the momentum at the moment.
It's a gift 2 points to extend your lead to 4, but they're just thinking, let's go up in 4s and 6s. Maker Clark sets them up. So potent on either side. Chapman on one side, Hippai on the other. And here they go to the left-hand side for Paxton, who gets monstered by Palata.
Great tackle. Had to be made.
Afipour, again ball playing. And throwing the dummy in the end.
Got me.
From close range, there's a bit of a gap there, and trying to power her way over again. I think Ramoni is going to be denied again. Held up. That means you go back 10 metres. Last time she was just short of the line, so I had to play it from there. 2 plays left. Hale, and right underneath her opposite number, Quincy Dodd. Great contact. On the last to the left-hand side. Chapman off the long run. And she'll have to hand it over. She wasn't aware.
Yeah, well read. That was a set play on the last tackle. Jamie Chapman just coming in field, trying to charge through. A great defensive set there by the Sharks. A number of times the tackles needed to be made on the try line, even over the try line. A great technique, desperation.
Oh, good hit over the top. Misako on Palata. It's a taste of her own medicine after the big hit a moment ago from the former Cowboy. Important set this for the Sharks. Under the pump in the last 10 minutes. Philomena Hanisi, great to see her back. First game of the year coming off an ACL. Almost earning a penalty. No markers there. Dodd went to work. Tafua full of running and finds the support of Hanaway.
Great footy.
Hanaway trying to milk it. Is she? Levi, expertly done. Slowed things down. All pressure on Ashby. Good enough to catch and pass. Space on the outside as a result. Ravix takes the ball on and finds a way. How often does she do that? 5 in 5 for Georgia Ravix.
It was a brilliant finish, wasn't it, from Georgia Ravix? But her teammates did a lot of the work in the lead-up. We got to see Georgia Hanaway with a bit of a run-away effort. Here's the Harvey Norman replay. This was it. Just look at the support play in those Cronulla Sharks jerseys turning up for one another, and that just forced the Titans to scramble a little bit. But Maddie Ashby's pass here with Ivania Sarko rushing up was absolute perfection. She got it to that right edge and then still had plenty of work to do, Georgia Ravix, but just muscled her way over.
Yeah, great ball movement, but the damage was done with Carter, the line break. Dummy half gets out and Carter just pushes into space, created the quick play the ball, and the interchange of passing on the right-hand side. And Ravix, as soon as she got the ball, she looked like she was going to score the try. Big and strong, athletic. Like you said, Speedy, she scored plenty of tries over the last month. They're in front, the Sharks. They've just got to believe now.
Well, they played to their strengths that set. A lot of running and support footy.
Already one spectacular conversion from Hanaway from the other sideline. Well, the breeze will help this go from right to left. Too much. A real seesawing first half here between the Sharks and the Titans. Home team back on top in search of their second win of the campaign. 25 tries in the NRLW for Georgia Ravics. Titans making a change before the kickoff. Jasmine Sorlia on for her second game of the year. Miles Brown didn't get too aggressive from that kickoff, just goes straight down the middle. Carter is out there in the number 17 jumper. Tafua still on. Left edge back rower in the 15. She started today. Carter again. Back up dummy half is on. Kofi Brookfield. Another to make her debut today. Pathways Player of the Year with the Sharks in 2025.
Yeah, she's from down the coast. She's a Kiama girl. Got big raps on her, Kofi Brookfield. So looking forward to seeing what she can do in the NRLW.
Well, they recruited her to Cronulla after the 2023 season. She was playing with the Steelers.
Some more South Coast talent for you, Speedy.
Plenty around. Here's Ibrahim from Marsden State High just last year. Famous alumni in the rugby league world from that school, including our own Cam Smith.
Yeah, that's right. In Logan City.
Handy little piggyback penalty here.
Young Hayden Watson, he made his debut for the Melbourne Storm last week. He's from Marsden State High as well.
There's about 2,000 students at that school, so plenty of talent going through on a yearly basis. Only one marker there. Colt sensing an opportunity.
Oh, no one was with her.
Hale getting ahead, counting the numbers, goes to Lofipour. Levi, what an adjustment she made, and right through. Taylor held her up long enough for the support to come, and Levi is stopped a metre short.
Lucky scramble.
Oh, what a pass! Right over goes Lofipour and put it down to the dummy half work of Lily Kolk.
Yeah, Lily Kolk and her teammate Tegan Levi, she attract a heap of defenders from that Cronulla Sharks defensive line. They all had to scramble and really turn up in numbers, but Lily Kolk, she did a great job. Harvey Norman replay. Get another look at it here. Here's that run from Tegan Levi. Just straightens up in between two defenders, takes the line on. Look at all those Sharks jerseys. And Lily Kolk, she understands the presence of Tegan Levi and that there'll be spaces outside her, and just finds the perfect ball runner.
I've been really impressed with the number 13 for the Titans, Sienna Lofipour. She's been the best player on the field for me. She was the one that created the space for Tegan Levi. She went right deep in the line. She got great ball playing ability. And then when that play was over, she reshuffled back into position, reloaded, and then got on this next play. She definitely deserves a try this afternoon, and she just put her team in front going into the break. Sienna Lofipour.
Straightforward look for Loz Brown. Sienna Loftypool flashing over with a beautiful dummy half pass from Willie Kolk. Oh, there's a mistake. Backwards, I think.
Yeah, that's play on.
The whistle goes to the mouth.
Yeah, she's going to challenge Lauren Brown. Well, we all know her career as a soccer player. It's come in handy here.
All right, we've got a captain's challenge bell from Gold Coast on the decision of knock-on.
Well, there's 20 seconds to go. She's got to be really confident that this isn't a knock-on, and it didn't look like a knock-on. She fumbled the ball, dropped it, and then kicks it back.
Deliberately, that's important, isn't it?
Well,
the kick is deliberate?
Yeah, before it hits the ground.
At this point, the ball comes off Lauren Brown's hands. She then intentionally kicks the ball.
If she'd accidentally kicked it backwards, then no joy. But because she deliberately kicks it, then that cancels out the knock-on if there was one.
Well, that's exactly how it looked live.
The ball is kicked backwards. We're playing on at this point.
Sometimes we think
she then takes possession.
Mistakes are all knock-ons.
The whistle is now blown for a mutual infringement. The challenge is successful.
You can see Lauren Brown. She stuck her hand in the air straight away. She said, challenge that, please.
Play the ball up here.
She goes to bed reading the rule book. Does she, lost Brown?
Lauren?
Yeah,
you've got to play it. That's when the whistle was blown.
But confident, so she should be. She didn't want to give the Sharks one last crack.
Let me call time back on.
Paid off.
Okay, time's on.
They've got a 4-point lead. They're pretty much on their own 10-metre line. You wouldn't expect them to show much adventure here. They do have speedsters in their lineup. Siren about to sound. No time for Loftypool to play it, but she gave the Titans this halftime lead with that converted try just a couple of minutes ago. At the break, it is the Titans 14, the Sharks 10. Good game, this. All to play for in the Sex Stadium. The Indigenous round in the NRLW continues. Titans with a 14-10 lead heading into the second half. Good strong return from Carter. Made her presence felt since coming on. Hanisi. Great offload. She's a really talented player, but the mistake from Kiriaratu on play number 2.
Yeah, well, it was an early offload, and the potential for it being a positive play was there, but not well handled by the Sharks, and they're on the back foot early in this second half of footy. Only down by 4 points. That next pass, that's the one that wasn't on.
They swing it immediately to Chapman. Give her a little bit of room against Kiriaratu and Ashby, but they held her up. Solia. See, Dakota Thompson has come on. And the number 17 jumper for the Titans. She is running the decoy. And Lucille taken down by Penatani Gray. Loftypool, one of the first half try scorers, late past the Brown. 2 plays left, 10 metres out. Looking to add to that half-time lead. Here's Thompson right up the middle. Ball came loose. Was it stripped out of there? No, it's play on. And credit Kofi Brookfield, the first gamer, for helping that ball come out. There's a replay of how it came out.
Yeah, Kiriaratu, she was down low. She was the one who made the mistake and put her team under pressure, so a great job of forcing the error.
Bit of a roll on here, and Brookfield goes to work. And just back onside, Loftypool when she made the tackle.
Yeah, and she earns a penalty for her side.
And she's allowed to go. Oh, taking on all comers here. How about the confidence from the 19-year-old?
Well, great confidence, but she knew after China Pilata's dominant carry to go. So just the fact that she's backing herself this early in her NRLW career is already great signs for Kofi Brookfield.
Now Dimmick right up the middle to set them up midway through the tackle count. Ashby with room to move. Over the top. Palada running out of room. Gets it back inboard. Great hands this time, Kiriaratu. Keeps them on the front foot. Jada Taylor from a standing start gets swamped. Sorlia and Brown. So on the last, Ashby fires a pass to Hanaway. And tough bounce for the fullback. Paxton got clean bowled. And somehow they might get out of there. Levi in the field of play. Absolutely remarkable.
Stop it. Stop it. That was brilliant. What about the bounce? Dunk straight over the top.
Look where she comes from, Bill.
Yeah, Tegan Levi, and had plenty of work to do. And then the courage to get down, stay in the field of play. That's a really big play by Levi.
Aware of the rules as well. Just get that ball into the field of play. And you take the pressure off your team. Let's get a feel for what the coaches were thinking at half-time with Marley Silva.
Well, Tony Herman from the Cronulla Sharks would have been happy with his girls' fast start to this second half. He was saying that he has been happy with what he saw in the first as well, but really wants to see them get on top of those penalties. They were giving up far too much there and giving away yardage as well, so he'll want to see better discipline. I think both coaches would like to see that. On the other side, Karen Murphy said to the Titans that it's in the middle third of the field where this game can be won. They need to complete sets and hold on to the ball.
Ashby did well to control the ball there. Several Titans crashing in to the tackle. Well, just dropped off Takapatalo in time. Dimmick, one out stuff up the middle. Hanisi. Strong work by Hale over the top. Hanaway. Hits the back rower, Tafua. Chance to get the offload away, but didn't push the pass. Hanaway again with the kick on the last crossfield. Brown calls her name and the halfback with a safe take. Dancing this way and that was Brown. Trying to make something out of nothing. World-class swimming returns to the wide world of sports next week as our all-conquering Dolphins take on the best from the USA, Canada and Japan. The 2026 Pan Packs feature the likes of Katie Ledecky, Shalom McIntosh and all the Aussie stars like Lani Pallister there front and centre. August 13 to 16 live and free on 9 and 9 now.
This has been an impressive defensive set so far from the Cronulla Sharks, just swarming the Titans, making it really tricky for them to get out of their own end.
And the last from inside her 40 again, Loz Brown. Gives it a bit extra, looking for a 40-30 potential. Fine bounce second time around for Ilaro. Both left wingers on debut today with tries in that first half. Ilaro for the Sharks, Ibrahim for the Titans. Next try, oh so important in this game. Taylor fighting hard. Ashby onto Palata, running at Loz Brown, who's able to make the tackle. Dimmick. Straight to pass, but took them on. And away again. Goes high. And this time it's up to Paxton, the fullback. Set for set stuff here all of a sudden.
Yeah, Jamie Chapman's been real quiet this afternoon. I get the feeling that she's about to explode. If she can find some space for the left centre, Jamie Chapman break this game right open.
Oh, look at Levi go. Through one tackle.
Give me a hit up, coach.
Hopped into the next one. Found a way to slow her down eventually. Here's Chapman. It's the attacking 40-metre line. Best field position in a while for the Titans. That's a little behind Hale. Colk apologised for that. And the captain powers her way inside the 30. Ellie Johnston ready to get back out there for stint number 2. Brown has room for the kick. Sorlia chases. Bats it back. Kind bounce for Lofipour. It's the last. Almost an obstruction there, but it's play on for now. No, it's coming back. Yeah, it's good to see that penalty given. Often missed.
Yeah, I thought they missed an opportunity there. No kick pressure on Lauren Brown. There it is. Yeah, they usually only get called up when there's a try-scoring opportunity. The bunker chimes in. But this is a good way for the Sharkies to get on the front foot. They start well and truly over the 30-metre line here.
Pelton with a strong run. Legs taken from underneath her by Colk, importantly. Here's Johnston. Hanaway. Pops it off to Tafua. So inside the attacking 40, midway through the tackle count. Hanaway wants teammates running onto it. Had to go further backwards than she wanted to Carter. Holt making a stack of tackles in the middle, isn't she? Back up dummy half. Takapaltalo and Colk again around the footy. And the last, they find Hanaway. It's a little clunky. She had to improvise, and she'll find grass here. Brown let it bounce. And Paxton has nowhere to go now.
Well, they got lucky there, the Sharks. It was a very predictable attacking set of 6, very well handled from the Titans. And it was just that bounce of the ball that was in their favour, which gives them another chance. But to start this game, they've just been hit up after hit up after hit up for a kick. That was their chance to throw a little bit more width in their game and throw some more questions at the Titans. They didn't do it, but they should do this set.
Brown was able to take it on the full a moment ago with a similar kick, but she lost it in flight there, called teammates into it as we saw.
Yeah, they're really hard to take when the ball's going over your head like that. You can see Sienna Ibrahim. She was wanting to come into it, probably got intimidated by the reputation of Brown. Well, they get their chance here, the Sharks. This might be their best chance of the game. Still 24 minutes to go.
Ashby. Oh, lovely play again. Oh. And they didn't get it to Pilata, the makeshift winger. Kiriaratu held on. Not normally that wide, those two. Back into the middle for Johnston. Brookfield counting the numbers. Space on the left, perhaps. Hanaway. And Taylor running behind Penatani Gray. Would have been interesting if a try came from that.
Super tackle.
Nikolai one-on-one. Sensational. Ashby again has room. Lovely pass. The bounce pass might work for Pilata. Taken down by Chapman, and that's another handover.
Yeah, both edges really stood up there for the Gold Coast Titans. It was hit by on the right-hand side, and then they whizzed the ball back to the left. And it was Chapman. Ibrahim there was there to save the day as well. And defending their goal line well, the Titans.
There's Ibrahim, first game. Did her ACL in late 2023.
Good line, good distance.
Is that knee strapped today? Marker not square there. Colk sensing an opportunity. Brilliant run. Has support. Oh, what a feathery pass to Lofipour. Trying to run away for try number 2. And she'll get there. Lily Colk and Sienna Lofipour putting on a show today.
Well, she jumped off the treadmill and she hit quicksand, but she got there. Sienna Lofipour. It was Lily Colk who created the opportunity, quick play the ball, and she just went bang. And Sienna Lofipour, she was there. She was already on her toes. She was looking for support, looking for the try line. She got there. She's worked super hard. She gets her second try of the afternoon and thoroughly deserves it. Kolk to Lofipo. What a try, straight down the highway.
Yeah, the difference in leg speed is worlds apart, that set of 6, and they just repelled the Cronulla Sharks from back-to-back sets on their own line, so did the job defensively and then to turn around and go through the front door. Impressive football from the Titans.
Yeah, it wasn't speed or leg speed that got her there, it was heart and determination. She's a player, got the skill through the middle of the field, toughness, and then the work ethic to be there. How many tackles she's made this afternoon? In 24 tackles. That's her 14th hit up, run over 100 metres and scored 2 tries. That's a fair afternoon.
And Brown adds the 2. Lofipo is getting a rest after that lung-bursting run.
Well deserved. She did look like she was a bit gassed after that. A try before half-time and the first try after, and both of those tries she combined with Lily Kolk, the dummy half off the bench, so they got a great combination, good timing between the two. Yeah, well-earned breather, that's for sure.
There's those tries either side of half-time for Lofipo, the number 13. Out in the mouth of Laker Clark. Thought she might have infringed with the play the ball. Given the all clear. Netta Sikahele has come on, the number 15 jumper. Just her 3rd game, another 18-year-old blooded by Karen Murphy. What about the talent she's brought through the ranks at the Titans since they came into the comp?
Yeah, she's done a great job, Karen Murphy. One of the best to ever play the game, but even just, you look at the style of football that they're playing, not just the players that they've blooded and recruited. I think their style of football is what's really elevated them a lot this season as well.
Brown goes high. Cronulla don't want to bar it. Bounces off them though, and that will restart the tackle count, provided you keep it in, but Brown couldn't. So is it a knock on Cronulla? No. It's going to be Sharks' ball.
It was a Falcon. Georgia Hannaway. Just standing underneath the football, hit her in the melon. There it is. Doink. Might have been off the shoulder.
Yeah, Brown is saying, hang on a minute, there should be a knock on our ball. There's Karen Murphy, the legend of the game. Not happy to see her team give away a penalty here. Right on cue.
Not every time, you've got to actually drive it back. Yeah. We make.
The outside of the boot, they lost a metre or 2 there with the touch finder. Big opportunity to narrow that 10-point deficit right now. Stack of penalties in the game, 13. Just over 50 minutes of footy. Now Hannaway holds up the pass for Tafua, and again Hippai, defence important there, right around the bootlaces. Dimmick with a set-up play. Plenty of pointing going on from the Sharks. And they find a hole in this Titans defensive unit. One-on-one contact, Levi.
Yeah, not through Levi, you won't.
Plenty of depth here. Dodd goes back to that left-hand side, and Hannaway, Levi takes it down one-on-one again. What a weapon. Keegan Levi. Now on the last. Johnston under enormous pressure. Oh, great read. Brown takes the intercept on the last.
Yeah, they've got to be better there, the Cronulla Sharks. You can see Madison Ashby just outside Johnston there. She needed the footy in her hands, even if it wasn't to put in a kick, just to set up that edge.
Yeah, the Sharks are feeling the absence of Shante Kiriaratu. She's one of the organisers, ball players, and creates opportunities. And Georgia Hanaway, she's done a really good job this afternoon, but she's pretty much on her own out there.
I've seen Cronulla in the grand final in the NRLW in years gone by. It can be really tough to play finals if they drop to 1 and 5 here. What an awkward kick it turned into there for Pilata. Forced to play on the right wing at the moment. And just able to keep it in the field of play for the Sharks. And look at the Titans load up defensively here. What a kick that turned into. And Tony Gray right up the middle finds her front. It's an important run, and Taylor off the back of that gets them outside of their own 30. A little bit of room for the kicker, Hanaway. And from inside the 40, you've got to keep this in, and Paxton just managed to do that, nearly turned into a 40-10.
Well, she got a good bounce there.
Paxton, Hippai, Chapman, the 3 Indigenous players in this lineup in Indigenous round that continues next week. So if your team is coming to home next week, you get a chance to soak it all in. Indigenous round over a fortnight this year. And the NRLW, awkward looking tackle for Chapman, and it's deemed a dangerous kind of tackle.
No.
Chapman's okay, that's the great news.
Yeah, good to see she's back on her feet, running back into position with a smile on her face, but it just gets caught in an awkward position. And this can happen when you make these half breaks. Yeah, there was another defender there that just took her legs out while she was making that tackle.
Just on report, not 10 in the bin. Must have been close for Takapaltalo.
Yeah.
It's Belinda Sharp in the bunker assessing those replays. Pretty similar to one that led to 10 in the bin in the previous game, Alana.
Yeah, it was very similar.
Well, if there was an injury, I think the outcome would have been different.
Here's Ivania Sako. A decade ago today, she won Olympic gold as Ivania Politi, of course, in Rugby Sevens in Rio. Happy anniversary to her and all of that team that included Emma Tonagato as well, the new mum. Emma Veron now. Look at this shift. Numbers created. Chapman puts it out in front of Ibrahim. 2 on debut for the left winger.
Well, they just made that look too easy, didn't they, the Titans? At any point, that left edge could have put their heads down. Jamie Chapman certainly could, and she would have sliced right through, but very selfless footy. They kept it simple, and they had another crack because of that penalty. Harvey Norman replay. Georgia Hale just gets it out the back to Tegan Levi. She links up with her halves partner, and you can see that Cronulla Sharks, they're all in nice and tight at those threats in the middle of the field, and it was just nice, easy hands. Halves combined, and let's just get it to that dangerous left edge attack. Jamie Chapman, that last little bit of straighten up to find her winger, Sienna Ibrahim. 2 tries on debut. How good's that?
What an afternoon. Really unselfish play. First by Paxton. Does a really good job not doing too much with the football. Just get the ball to the space and to Jamie Chapman. And then Jamie Chapman, she could have probably scored herself, but just set her winger on debut. Ibrahim. What an afternoon for Sienna Ibrahim. Really unselfish play there by the left edge of the Gold Coast Titans.
Of course, Georgia Rabick started on the right wing today. She scored a try in that first half for the Sharks, but she's not there anymore. We get Marley onto that because China Pilata trying to defend on the right wing is not going to stand a chance in the foot race against Ibrahim or Chapman. There's the number 12. Started the day in the centre role and now playing right wing. China Pilata. Conversion attempt from Brown. No good. was a dream debut for the 19-year-old, Sienna Ibrahim. Hard to wipe the smile off her face throughout much of the game. Stuff of her dreams. And coming up across the ditch, the Warriors. What a win they pulled off last week. Well, they tried to pull it off, didn't they? Coming from behind. And they take on the Newcastle Knights to complete our triple header on this Saturday. Brown, Isako, the Olympic gold medalist, taking on all comers. Eyes up footy from the New Zealander. Brown pumps it into the corner. Chapman chases. Taylor safe. Immediately wrapped up.
Well, these are the parts of the game that Karen Murphy, the Titans coach, will be really impressed with at the moment. Is just completing high, kicking to corners, but that effort, that kick chase, making sure that they've got numbers around the ball, numbers in their tackles. Look at this intensity in the last 15 minutes or so of the game.
Kicker. Not many knew where it was going, but luckily Hanaway did. And this is bouncing a long way. Paxton didn't get a touch. Might be able to let it go all the way now, and she can.
7 tackles.
That's a bonus.
Wait, offside players.
That was a big kick.
Wait.
Big kick.
Wait for your teammates to get back on side, and Laker Clark put in the big ones. The number 8 just got back on side before that tap.
Danielle, leader, lock in.
And keep hold of the footy here. 7 tackle set. You'd expect them to get into an attacking position. Quiet day for Indy Bostock so far. Into the sin bin in the first half. Her teammates rallied around her after that. Hale did well to react to the pass from Lily Colt.
She's an important player in this footy side.
Tackle 3.
Georgia Hale.
Calling that a mistake by Hale.
Yeah. All right, where do you want it?
Spilled it. Big
clock's on in the middle.
From Caitlin Johnston-Green. Yeah, just when she shifts from that dummy half position into lock forward and helps link up some of their attack, she's often the player that'll just pop up and be there in support.
Again, that's a hand of...
Might have had a bit of help.
Johnston-Green reefing her arm out of there and creating the loss of the footy. Deemed a mistake by Hale. Westpac red zone numbers.
Yeah, look at that. 19 apiece.
Even Steven.
Saw a late flurry from a similar deficit. And the Cowboys come up just short in the previous game. And the Sharks on their home deck find a way back from 14 points down with 10 to go. Tafua slowed down by Hippon. Risky play late in the count, but it's okay. Look at this big shift. Ashby linking up with Kiriaratu, and Chapman just buries a one-on-one.
Good one.
Taylor, Ashby. And the big spiral pass out to Alaro, and keeps it alive somehow. Back to Hanaway from Penatani Gray. Carter to Johnston, from side to side they go. Dodd under enormous pressure now, gets away from Asako, only briefly. Handover after all of that.
Not deep, go.
And Johnston, she had the ball ready. She's going to throw that wild speculator over the top.
Hands off, centre. Pitch is square.
Very sideways, the Sharks. That was the only time they went forward. Maddie Ashby. Start punching some lines and then running some options off the back of it. Just look far too easy to predict at the moment, and that's why the Titans are doing such a good job.
Chapman at speed up the middle. Ellie Johnston might have been pondering a kick at the other end. And never got to a kick, the Sharks.
Up now, Ellie, lock in.
Powerhouse running here, has them 25 metres out with 2 plays left. Brown, Loffy pull back on. Good soccer skills again from Clark. Keeps it alive. Levi, hop, skip, and Hippai. No, she's got the winger unmarked in Bostock. Ball and all tackle from Alaro. On the last, Brown will kick. How's the ricochet? It's kind for Johnston Green.
The reaction. Johnston Green.
Stop it.
Party tricks from Caitlin Johnston Green.
Put her in the slips.
We'll try and check that again. That's a front rower with the juggling skills. Put her in the circus, Caitlin Johnston Green. So they play the ball on the last. And away. And to Paxton. Able to cruise across and get there on the full this time. So that's the position normally reserved for Destiny Minor-Sitapati. Should be back for the Titans in round 8, so a couple of weeks away. So signed with the Broncos for the next 2 years. I wonder what position they've got in mind for her there, with Tamika Upton, of course, the superstar in the one jumper. Chapman finds an offload. Asako was backing up. Ibrahim in support in search of a hat-trick. And Asako couldn't find a way to get the winger involved yet. And shrugged off the would-be tackler. Concern for Ashby. Stayed down. Or rather, Taylor it was. So there's moved fullback. Levi saw that, and the bounce is a heartbreaker.
Oh, that was clever. Put far too much on it, but yeah, just saw that Jada Taylor stayed on the ground for the Cronulla Sharks. Caught up after that left edge line break from Avani Osako, and then yeah, just pounced on that opportunity.
Yeah. Just seeing Tegan Levi being in front of her footy. She's aware of the situation. And Jada Taylor, she was on the ground, not in position at the back. She put the little kick in.
And that kick going dead turned into a 7-tackle set for Cronulla. They've got to turn this into points. They want to be a chance of a miracle turnaround late. Strong defence by Dakota Thompson, making multiple tackles in this set. Beware the pink headgear, as Freddie would say. With Riley Jorgensen part of the extended squad today for the Titans. I wonder if we'll see her back out there before too long. We've got some depth, the Gold Coast team. Hanaway kicks into the corner. Good confident take from Bostock. Bit going on between her and Penatani Gray after that. Holt just pushed Levi into position out here on the short side. To Lawler Seal. He's flying into contact. Polk again, the service on point for Brown. Chapman chasing here. And nails the intended target. Palata.
Yeah, and she popped straight back up to China Palata. Great timing from Jamie Chapman. She would have heard the footsteps, no doubt about it. Copped a knock, but Erna couldn't play the ball.
Bit of a worry when the legs give way like that, but Jada Taylor hopefully just cramped.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll be on the line. Go back. Go
Doesn't
a
look
step
too
back for it.
concerned. So I
It'll be
think
tackle
it's just
straight. I'll
cramp.
call time on. Wait, Jada. All right.
take 3. And they're getting a swig on the pickle juice behind play. Sort out that cramp concern. And away. Penatani Gray, what a tackle.
Not the first time today Hippies nailed their opponent, an opposite number, in a one-on-one tackle. That was a beauty.
Just about banked the 2 points now, the Gold Coast Titans. They're going to improve to 5-1 and look like a real contender this year. Chapman a chance to go on the outside of Pilata. She won't catch her. It's up to Ashby to come across and hold up Jamie Chapman for a little while there.
Yeah, she did well, Maddie Ashby. Bit of a mismatch in pace with Jamie Chapman and Chana Pilata, but she had the help from her teammate. Going back there.
Oh, tough for Pilata to try and improvise there as a right winger, not blessed with the speed of other wingers in the comp, of course. Can they put the cherry on top here? Kolk through one dummy too many, perhaps. Caught by Dodd. And Offipore gets in to lend a hand at dummy half. And Brown keeps it alive with the soccer skills. Almost kicked it out of the hands of Brookfield. Playing on for Ashby. Turning into a tough season for the Sharks, Alana.
Yeah, it sure is. I think they struggled to get in the winning circle early on, and I mean, they've probably played more footy without their captain, Tiana Penatani-Gray, than they have with. But just lacking confidence in different moments in games. And look, today they don't have their halfback, and I think that's an area where they've really struggled is attack. We've seen them play a fair bit of footy in an equal amount of time or thereabouts in the Westpac red zone, but the Titans just handling them really well defensively.
I think on the flip side, the Gold Coast Titans, you mentioned it's a 5-1 record. That's 5 in a row. And winning this game here this afternoon. The Gold Coast Titans are putting the season together, and all the talks about the Brisbane Broncos. Well, there's a few stars in this footy team, the Gold Coast Titans, and this is one of them. And Tegan Levi really impressed with Sienna Lofipo as well.
2 plays left inside the final 70 seconds. It's a bounce pass for Lofipo, didn't panic. And finds a way on the outside. They've got numbers here. Loz Brown out in front of the winger. Ibrahim stays away from that sideline. Back against the grain. That showed discipline. No white line fever from the rookie. On the last, Brown teaser towards the upright. And well defended by Jada Taylor. Yeah, the undefeated Broncos and the Roosters are going to have company at the top of the ladder in the form of the Gold Coast Titans. Overnight, that is. Of course, we see the Broncos and Roosters in action tomorrow. Tough times for the Sharks, though. Still so many superstar names in the lineup. No match for the Gold Coast today. One final play. Hanaway pumps it long. And Paxton able to take it on the full. And does show some adventure with the pass to Levi. And she's found a pass too. On the outside, Ibrahim winding up against Pilata. Little stutter move left Pilata in her wake. Oh, couldn't find a teammate. But that adds to her impressive numbers on debut. Sienna Ibrahim, 2 tries and about 140 metres run. And they get around the first gamer. As they close out success in the Shire. 5 wins in a row to equal a club record for the Gold Coast Titans, who beat Cronulla by 24 points to 10. Over to you, Bronte.
The Titans get the job done and they equal a club record of 5 straight wins in the NRLW. Taking a look at all of our highlights, joining me is Alana Ferguson and Ruan Sims. Alana, what a win for the Titans. They're really starting to get a move on in this competition.
Yeah, they are. Look, I thought they really took control of that game once they got their groove on a little bit. Kept the Sharks quiet. We had a look during the call at the Westpac red zone and they'd spent a fair bit of time attacking them, the Cronulla Sharks, but the way that Titans team were desperate and defended their line during different periods of that game, whilst they scored 24 points, I think their coach, Karen Murphy, will be really impressed with a lot of those defensive efforts, but their connection in defence is really crucial. I think they're getting a lot of those decisions right and working really well with one another.
Ru, it's a tough one for the Sharks. Only 1 win for the season so far.
Yeah, definitely is. I think probably the big standout, I think they turned up with a lot more energy today, but 41 missed tackles, you're not going to win games of football with 41 missed tackles. That's a really tough stat to actually swallow. And I think that they'll have a really good look at it. And like we said, there were some really great moments for the Sharks. But yeah, those missed tackles, that's really going to hurt you.
Yeah, let's take